Hare Krishna. So this is Pratik Sharma, Senior Academic Counselor, Leadership Consultant, Health and Wellness Coach from Inagic Kangan Water. So today I am going to introduce you people a very senior devotee, His Grace Vaiyasaki Das Prabhu Ji. Hare Krishna Prabhu Ji.
Hare Krishna.
I want to tell you people something about Vaiyasaki Das Prabhu Ji. He is internationally recognized for his musical abilities to perform the ancient art form of Kirtans and Bhajans. Vaiyasaki Das Prabhu Ji provides a rare opportunity to experience a taste of authentic devotional music from the Vedic tradition. Though born in London, he born in London, England, but Vaiyasaki Das came of age in Winnipeg, Canada. After many years in the music business and a personal search for the divine, he is now one of the premier singers on the Kirtan circuit. Starting out as a rock and blues guitarist with a penchant for singing, his taste for Indian culture came at an early age. By 1970, he found himself back in London and enamored by Krishna devotion. Soon in 1973, he was committed to the path of devotion or bhakti yoga, and just 2 years later he received formal initiation for his divine grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami. So this was a quite introduction about Vaiyasaki Das Prabhu Ji, and now I am with him by Krishna blessings and Prabhuji's mercy. I am with him, and we will talk about something, some good news about you also peoples. Okay, so now Vaiyasaki Das Prabhu Ji will give his own introduction, and it will be an honor for us that he will give his own introduction.
So I first came in contact with Vaishnava devotees of the Lord and Bhakti Yoga in the summer of 1968 in Toronto in Canada. There I heard the Kirtan, I tasted the prasad, and my life was changed. Then at that time I had been eating non-veg, but then I became a vegetarian and started to follow the path of yoga. I went to different ashrams to hear different gurus, and finally, going from one guru to another, I came to Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada.
Haribol.
And after reading his Bhagavad Gita, I realized this is it. And so I surrendered and became his initiated disciple. I first met him personally in 1973.
Okay.
Although I had met him previously through his literature,
Haribol.
through his books and magazines, and I had read. So when I met him, I already was familiar. And so the next 2 years, I was doing seva in London and then in Los Angeles. And then in August 1975, Srila Prabhupada requested a few of us to come to India to help establish the Indian Yatra. So I came, and I was living in Vrindavan Dham,
Haribol.
right here in our Krishna Balaram Mandir in 1975. And I was traveling here and there all over. But then in 2009, we decided to purchase a property and reside permanently in Sri Vrindavan Dham.
Sri Vrindavan Dham. Okay. In 2009. Okay. So by Krishna blessings and Srila Prabhupada mercy, now you are having your own house in Sri Dham Vrindavan in Chaitanya Vihar Phase 2. Okay. So any other thing, Prabhuji, you want to tell about your spiritual life?
Spiritual life is the practical life. People think that the practical life is the material life, earning money and taking care of the family. But that you do life after life, punarjanma, again and again and again. So it's not really practical. You're just doing it over and over and over. What's practical is getting out of the samsara. That's practical. And by taking up the yoga process, and we follow the bhakti yoga process, then this will be our last life, and there will be no more Punarjanma, and we go back to Krishna's Nitya Leela. That is practical life.
Hari Bol. Okay. So, Prabhuji, who is your ideal? Who is your ideal?
Well, the ideal, the person who was the most inspirational and had all the qualities was my Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. That's why I surrendered to him. The other gurus, they had some qualities, but not all the qualities. Srila Prabhupada had all the qualities. And he taught us personally so many things. So my life is completely molded on the teachings of Srila Prabhupada, which I share with people all over the world. Because in a private darshan with Srila Prabhupada here in Vrindavan Dham in 1976 in November, he told me that wherever I go and whomsoever I meet, I should share with others the teachings that he has given me coming from Krishna. And in this way, I will be benefited, the people will be benefited, and in this way, we spread Sanatana Dharma around the world.
Hari Bol.
That was his personal instruction to me.
One more thing, you people, I want to tell about Prabhuji. He is also a Srila Prabhupada disciple. Okay. So, Prabhuji, do you remember any best time which you spent it with Srila Prabhupada? You want to share?
Yeah, the best times were when I was directly serving him, doing the exact service that he wanted me to do, which when I came to India, he requested us to come to India, and then he requested us to spread the teachings of Gita and Bhagavad all over India. So I traveled all over India, distributing full sets of Srila Prabhupada's books in all the libraries, colleges, universities, public libraries, private libraries, everywhere.
Okay.
So that was my biggest connection with him. And then we had gone to Kashmir and distributed books all over Kashmir in 1976, and that's when I had the private darshan with Srila Prabhupada and told him that I had gone to Kashmir and distributed his books and was very successful, and he was very happy. And he said, "Oh, I also went to Kashmir before I went to America."
Okay.
And so we had a really close connection. We had both been preaching in Kashmir.
Hari Bol. Okay. Very nice, Prabhuji. So you sang so many songs, so many bhajans, kirtans. So Prabhuji, according to you, which is your favorite one?
Well, they're all my favorites because
Yeah.
in the material world you have one favorite you like better and the other you like less. But in the spiritual world you like everything the best. Everything is perfect. Everything is the topmost. Everything is the most beautiful, the most powerful. So the most inspirational. So I love them all.
Okay. But when you go in concert,
When I go in concert,
so
then I have
which
to.
people demand?
People don't demand.
Okay.
They sit and listen, and I
Okay.
tell them what. I just mainly chant Hare Krishna mantra
Hare Krishna.
so that they can respond. If
Okay.
I sing some bhajan, they don't know the words, then they just sit and listen. But if I sing the Maha Mantra, then they can respond and they can sing along with me. So that's more powerful.
That's more powerful.
And that's how Prabhupada spread Krishna consciousness all over the world.
Okay. So one golden statement I also want to share, Prabhuji. Krishna's pastimes are fantastic. Krishna's pastimes are fantastic, but our time pass is just a fantasy.
Well, because we're living in a dream world, which is the material world. It's temporary. In one life, I'm a man, so I follow Purush Dharma. The next life, I have a woman's body. I follow Stri Dharma. So every life, different Dharma. Every life, different body. Every life, different language. Sometimes I speak English, sometimes Hindi, sometimes Chinese, sometimes African languages. You never know where you're going to be born. So the real life is the eternal life, and that's what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. That which is temporary is just a dream, a fantasy, but that which is eternal, that is reality.
Reality.
So the illusory world is this material world, but we're thinking that it's real because we're identifying with this body, and everything connected to the body we identify with. But Bhakti Yoga, and in all yoga processes, they teach you you're not the body, you are the Atma.
Atma.
Therefore you identify yourself as Atma. And therefore you begin to see everything in relationship to the spirit, not the body. So that's the life that we're leading now, the spiritual life.
Okay.
So we get a different perspective on everything. We see everything in a spiritual way, the way Krishna sees in Gita and Bhagavad and what's explained in Shastra. We begin to see that way.
So which adhyay is your favorite one, Prabhuji?
Which one? Which chapter?
Which chapter?
Of
Srimad Bhagavad Gita. I know, and people also know that your favorite granth is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So which is your favorite chapter?
Well, I like chapter 18 because chapter 18 is the conclusion.
Okay.
So the rest of the Gita, Krishna is trying to bring Arjuna along to higher and higher levels, to the deeper and deeper understanding. And the 18th chapter, he gives the deepest understanding. So I've been going with Arjuna to the different levels of education, just like you have material education. So now we've come to the PhD level of spiritual life, 18th chapter.
Okay. Okay. So as you are living in Vrindavan since so many years, Prabhuji, so how you are familiar with Hindi language?
Well, I can get along with Hindi language, I can communicate. But before I was living in Vrindavan, I was living in Bengal, and so I learned Bengali. I speak Bengali better than Hindi.
Okay.
And there are many Bengalis here also in Vrindavan, so with Bengali that I can speak, and a little bit of Hindi, and most people also understand English. So I feel very naturally at home here.
Okay.
I don't feel at home anywhere else. Not in the country of my birth. No other country do I feel at home. This is where I feel at home. India is where I feel at home, because India is where you can find Sanatana Dharma. India is...
No other country can give this.
No. And India is Punya Bhumi.
Punya Bhumi.
Yeah. So, especially in the holy places like Vrindavan, you can lead the Punya lifestyle.
Generally, Prabhuji, when people are living out of their own country, out of their hometown, so they miss their hometown. As you are living in Shridham Vrindavan since so many years, so you miss your home, that is UK?
Vrindavan has now become my hometown.
Okay.
Srila Prabhupada, he explained to us that Mumbai was his office, Mayapur was his place of worship, and Vrindavan was his home.
Hari Bol.
So I decided, okay, I will make Vrindavan my home also. I want my home in the same place as Srila Prabhupada.
And that's what you have already done.
Yeah, so I also say Vrindavan is my home.
Yeah. Okay. So, Prabhuji, what message you want to give in this new generation, as they are somehow they are not having mental peace. They are moving far from mental peace. So what message you want to share with our new generation?
Well, spiritual life, you become free from stress and anxiety. Material life is full of stress and anxiety because the body, you have to maintain it. Sometimes it gets sick. Sometimes you don't have money to feed it or money to clothe it. So there's stresses and anxieties, but spiritual life, you surrender to Krishna, and Krishna takes care of everything. And so I've experienced this. Prabhupada said, he told me, Krishna is not a poor man.
Okay.
He can take care of everybody. He said, there are thousands and thousands of elephants all over the world, And every elephant requires 50 kilos of food every day. And Krishna supplies to every elephant 50 kilos of food. So why he won't supply you 1 kilo of food? And you're doing his seva?
Yeah.
So I said, okay, that sounds logical. Let me try it. Because Prabhupada said, he taught me, another thing that he said was that intelligent people don't accept blindly what they hear from others. Intelligent people make a test. So I thought to myself, let me make a test.
Okay.
I made a test and I found everything he was saying was true. Every test that I did turned out that everything Prabhupada was saying was true. So I became convinced. So if you want peace of mind, you make a test. What do? You have to chant the peace of mind mantra. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
This mantra not only brings peace of mind, but it brings good fortune into your life. If you want good luck in your life, you chant this mantra. So Prabhupada said like that. So I didn't accept blindly, I made a test. He said, chant the mantra for a week or two every day and see for yourself. There's no loss because we're not charging. And if you get some benefit, there's tremendous gain. So I said, okay, I'm intelligent, I'll make a test. So I started chanting, and that was 50 years ago. I'm still chanting because all the tests proved that everything Prabhupada said was correct. Everything was in Shastra was correct. So I have complete peace of mind. Of course, I didn't have peace of mind before, in my student days.
When you was not associated with ISKCON and Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah, before I met the Guru, so I didn't have peace of mind.
Okay.
Then I surrendered to Guru, took up the process of Bhakti Yoga, and immediately no more chinta, no more stress, no more anxiety. I was thinking, wow, this really works.
So that's what now you are teaching others.
Yeah, I'm sharing.
Yeah.
Prabhupada told me to share the knowledge that he has given me from Krishna, share with others. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing with you, and through this video, we'll share with other people.
With other people.
Because sharing means caring.
Caring. Okay, great. So, okay. So, Prabhuji, I read it from one of the novel that you are not leading your life, your patterns are leading your life. So what you want to give comment or compliment on this quote?
What's leading the life?
You are not leading your life, your patterns.
My pattern?
Patterns.
Who's saying this?
From one of the novel I find out this quote.
One of the so-called intelligent people who don't have any idea that they're not the body.
Okay.
They're a conditioned soul.
Okay.
Therefore they make mistakes. All conditioned souls make mistakes.
Okay.
All conditioned souls have imperfect senses. All conditioned souls are under illusion. And all conditioned souls have the cheating propensity. We experience this regularly.
Okay.
So he's saying like that, what pattern? The thing is this. Leading our life, we are not leaders, we're followers. We're following the teachings of Krishna. And by following the teachings of Krishna, we lead others to also come to follow the teachings of Krishna, because those teachings are outside the material world, beyond the material world. These noble laureate people who are thinking they're so intelligent, they're inside the material world. They have no idea what's outside.
Yes.
It's like someone in a cave. He has no idea what is sunshine, what is birds, what is trees, and what is a blue sky, living in a cave. So Krishna is telling us that beyond this material world is the reality that is a million times more beautiful, and it's eternal.
Haribo.
So by taking up the process of Bhakti Yoga, you can experience this. It's experiential. It's not something that you just believe in. You experience it. Just like you may be in your home and it's raining outside. You look through the window and it's raining.
And we can feel.
You believe it,
Yeah.
but you don't experience it till you go outside and you feel the raindrops. Now I'm experiencing rain. Same with the honey. You can look at the jar of honey. You don't get the taste. You have to open it up and get the taste.
Okay. So yesterday also you have given one example. Prabhuji, what is the difference between knowledge and understanding?
Yeah, knowledge and understanding. So there's 3 levels. First is information.
Okay.
I get information that I'm not this body, that I'm a spiritual Atma. Now, when does that information become knowledge? It becomes knowledge when I begin practicing spiritual life and acting as if I was Atma, acting on the spiritual platform. So then, it's now knowledge because I'm living the teachings, I'm living the information. It's not just information, it's knowledge because I'm living it. That's the second stage. The third stage is wisdom. Wisdom means that now I have gained full understanding, and every thought, every word, and every action is fully Krishna conscious, fully on the spiritual platform. That's full understanding. That's called wisdom. So knowledge, I gave the example that everybody knows how to take a pen and write a message, and write a note on paper. You know the letters, you know how the pen moves on the paper. That's knowledge. You have knowledge. And we give this knowledge to children. But if you take that pen and put it in the other hand, you can no longer write. You have the knowledge.
We have the knowledge to write.
But you have no understanding how to do it with the other hand. You can only have the understanding with one hand. So understanding is much higher than just knowledge.
As compared to knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, as Prabhuji, via Kangen water, I already associated with you through Mataji also. So, Japan is very, they are very strict to their rules. They are very punctual for their time. So, once I have done so many projects with Japan. So, they called me at 9 a.m. in the morning. But uncertainly, I reached there at 1 a.m. So what they told me, that next time if you come here after 1 minute only, then your associate will call me and he will say that you are not Pratik Sharma. You are now late Pratik Sharma.
Yeah, you're not reliable.
Yeah.
You're unreliable. So I've been to Japan, and the people there are thoroughly honest. They do not cheat. What they say is 100% certain and correct. And the example that I was told by many people, that if you're walking on a street in Japan, in Tokyo, and your wallet falls out of your pocket, and in that wallet is all your money, all your credit cards, everything, falls down, and then if you come back 24 hours later, it will still be there.
Oh my God.
No one will touch it because they're so honest. They know it doesn't belong to me, it belongs to someone else, and they're going to be looking for it, and they will come back and they will find it.
Oh my God.
So honest are the Japanese.
Okay.
You don't find this in any other country.
Okay, even in India.
You know well.
But here people are very, they are having heartfelt feelings to each other. They respect, but they are not punctual. Okay, so one more question, Prabhuji, I want to ask from you, that according to you, what is the difference between growth, progress and success?
Growth. A child in the beginning, he can't even speak, can't walk, can't eat by himself. He has to learn all these things. That's called growth. And he makes progress in that growth. But what kind of progress is it? It's progress of utilizing the material body and utilizing the material energy. It's called the struggle for existence,
Ah.
to stay alive.
Ah.
So what that is growth.
Okay.
But what we really want is a transformation of success. Success means that I come out of the illusion, out of the darkness into the light. Because in the darkness I can't see. Everybody knows this example that the yogi will say that at night you see a rope and you don't know if it's a rope or a snake. You can't tell. It's dark.
Ah.
And you say, oh, it's a snake. Or you jump back and then, but it's actually a rope. But that only happens in the dark, not during the day.
Ah.
In the day you can see, no, that's a rope, not a snake. So you have to come into the light. So that real success is coming out of the ignorance of vidya into the knowledge, the understanding of that I am spirit soul, that I am not this body, but I am the pure, eternal, Satchit Anand Atma.
Atma.
Yeah.
I'm not a body.
And that is success.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that success, Punarjanma.
Punamadma.
Punarjanma means that everything you know today, drive a car, you go here, you go there, watch TV, go to the movies. When you come take birth in the next birth, you forget everything. You can't walk, you can't talk, you can't eat, you can't...
You have to learn again.
You have to learn everything again and again and again and again.
Ah.
That's why the Shastra says the worst thing that can happen to a person is Punarjanma. Better, once you know that you're Atma, get out of this samsara, go back to the Nitya Leela and be eternally happy. No more stress, no more anxiety. If you like stress and anxiety, then don't take to the yoga path. But if you want Anand, you want to taste Amrit, then you come to this path.
Hari bol.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prabhuji, any message in Hindi you want to share with people in Hindi?
In Hindi?
Yeah. So actually people want to listen your Hindi.
They don't want to listen to my Bengali?
Yeah. First Hindi, then Bengali.
In Hindi, Dhire Dhire.
Dhire dhire.
Everything is step by step.
Okay.
Dhire Dhire, Krishna Bhav.
Huh.
Krishna Bhavnamrit.
Okay.
ISKCON is the Antarashtriya
Hmm.
Krishna Bhavnamrit Sangha. This is the Sangha where you experience the Amrit
Amrit.
of the Bhavna for Krishna.
Dhire dhire, step by step.
Yeah, and you begin by chanting the mantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, and now in Bengali, Prabhuji?
Bengali is the same message.
Okay, same message you want to share. Okay, so Prabhuji, it's very nice to talk with you.
In Hindi, they say Antarashtriya Krishna Bhavnamrit Sangha.
International Society.
In Bengali, you say Antarjatik
Antarjatik.
Krishna Bhavnamrit Sangha.
Okay, International Society for Krishna Consciousness.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so Prabhuji, it's very nice to talk with you, and it's an honor that you are giving your precious time. Even you are engaged in your so many concert and kirtans program, and then you have given your precious time, Prabhuji.
Yes. Everyone's time is precious.
Yeah.
But if you're wasting it, then that is not a good thing. Don't waste your precious time. Use it in Krishna Seva, which is the Nitya Seva.
Nitya Seva.
Yeah,
Okay.
not the Anitya. Go for the Sanatan, go for the Nitya, because that is our real, true identity. Don't be allured by the temporary, because the temporary has a beginning, a middle, and an end. This body has an end, and that causes stress, anxiety, and suffering to everybody. So So, but for the Atma, you're eternal.
So, Prabhuji, one project which we are doing of Kangen water, you want to share a few lines about it?
Kangen water, I first came in
Prabhuji,
contact with Kangen
first of all,
water.
people want to know about the meaning of Kangen.
Kangen means the original. It's the original water.
Okay.
Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Rasoham apsukam teya. I am the original taste of water. So the Kangen water, they're trying to get back to the original water, the Ganga Jal.
That is return to origin.
Yeah, return to the origin.
Yeah.
So the Kangen water is like Ganga Jal. It's like you're drinking Ganga Jal every day.
So any result you want to share with pupils?
Well, I've been drinking. I started, 12 years ago. I first came across Kangen water.
Okay.
And now in my home I have Kangen machine, so I drink Kangen water, I cook with Kangen water, everything is Kangen water. And that's why I'm so healthy at 80 years old.
And nobody can tell the accurate age.
People never guess when they guess my age. They're always off by 15, 20 years.
Okay. So thank you Prabhuji, thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.